Hey everyone, I'm not super into the idea of doing a Doom video today, or an FF9 one, but I am in a pretty good, chill mood, so I just want to sort of go off about all the things I'm digging right now, currently at this moment in my life, in a pretty meandering format, so why not have a vlog right now? And before we actually start talking about some of that stuff, I want to remind y'all that at the end of the month, I'm going to be doing a big Q&A video. And if you want to submit questions for it, you can use the email address, which I will put in the description. Otherwise, that's going to be the Scribe D, the same as the YouTube name, at gmail.com. I saw that we got a lot of submissions. Haven't really read any of the questions yet because I want to kind of just answer them off the cuff and maybe pontificate on them as I'm answering them, instead of having something in mind when I go to answer all those. And if this was, you know, the normal YouTuber vlog format where I just point the camera at myself and go, instead of the much lazier way, to be honest, way of just pointing a mic at my mouth and having nothing, there would be some kind of jump cut here. So just pretend that you can see my face and there's a little jump cut while we switch topics. So I'm sitting here every day just counting down the days until the 23rd because I'm getting to do something that I've wanted to do for a long time now, which is go and attend a Dota tournament in person. You know, I've been to StarCraft tournaments. I love StarCraft so much. It's one of my first professional gaming loves. I've been to plenty of fighting game tournaments, been to DreamHack. I've never been to a Dota tournament. And the best part of this is that I'm not just going to any other tournament, I'm going to the biggest one of all. On the 23rd, I'm flying to Vancouver for the International 8. It's going to be so sick. I'm so excited for it. My only regret is that I can't feasibly attend the entire main event. And so how this format works is the International actually runs from the 15th through the 25th. That 10-day window is actually TI, that entire window. Right now what they're doing is an 18-team group stage. So it's two groups of 9 teams each, and the top 4 in each group will advance to the upper bracket of the main event. The bottom 4 go to the lower bracket, and the bottom team in each group gets eliminated. The group stage is going on right now. This is actually day 3 of it. Tomorrow is the last day of group play, and then Sunday is a media day where they kind of parade all of the teams in like staggered fashion, one by one, to get photos taken, do preliminary interviews before, you know, the real meat of the tournament starts, stuff like that. And then the main event starts on Monday. That's when it actually goes to the Rogers Center Arena in Vancouver, and they'll be on stage in front of this massive crowd. The prize pool is on track to surpass TI8's, which was already like the record-setting esports prize pool of $24.7-ish million. They'll probably do more of the cool like AR hologram heroes on stage during the pick and ban phase. I think we're getting some artifact news. The machine learning AI of OpenAI is going to be doing a 5v5 match against a team of actual pros. So we're going to see if machine-taught artificial intelligence can strategize and coordinate and play the game better than a well-oiled machine of professional players. There's going to be new hero reveals, probably, based on what we know from Artifact. There are already new heroes in the card game. And it's 10 days, well, 9 excluding the media day. And just, it's the best Dota that you will see, period, out of the whole year. The best of the most complex, the most interesting, the most intense team game at the highest of the high levels. Just can't wait for that. Been counting the days. Like, we're 3 days in already, and this is something that I cite a lot during Dota tournaments because I love the hero diversity of Dota. 3 days in, we have over 105 heroes picked at least once out of 115 in the game in total. means that 3 days into the tournament, there are only 10 heroes in the entire game that have not seen play yet. And there is also, like, there's so much story and history leading into this. Like, there has never been a repeat TI winner, both team or player. Like, no organization, no team has ever won TI more than once. Newbie has won before, and they came in second last year. I think EG and Navi have both won TI and had second place finishes. No one's ever repeated. No player who has been a part of a TI winning team has ever won 2 TIs. And then there's also this thing of, like, there are alternating Western and Chinese years. 1 year, a Chinese team will win. The next year, a non-Chinese team will win. And it's been alternating like that since the very first one. It's always been back and forth. And so this year would be a Chinese year because Liquid, a European team, won last year. So there's always this chance that, like, this is going to be the one where one of these streaks gets broken, or, like, there will be a repeat winner, or there will be a non-Chinese team winning this year, or something like that. That's always really exciting. And I get to attend the International for the first time, for my first time ever. Dota's the best. Dota is the best. I'm really excited about it. It's only going to be for Thursday, Friday, and Saturday. And I fly home on Sunday, but this is still awesome. I'm thrilled. And then immediately after I get home, I fly back out for PAX West in Seattle that Friday. So I make 2 coast-to-coast trips in the span of a week for a combined total of like 24 hours on a plane that week. Or like in that short span of time. So that's going to be a good-ass time. I still have to finish Octopath Traveler. I've specifically been saving every character's 4th chapter in Octopath for all that flying that I have to do. I have been building up a library of media just for the plane and just for the airport. I am locked and loaded. This is maybe the PAX, or at least the PAX West, that I am most excited about attending as well, for professional reasons. And those reasons I can't really talk too much about in this video, unfortunately. But also, I'm just really excited for a lot of different things getting shown this year. Devil May Cry 5 is getting shown at a panel. Plus, I'm going to spend a shitload of time meeting people, hanging out at Pike Place Market, because that's one of my favorite places in Seattle now. Playing a lot of Soul Calibur 6. And just enjoying the yearly bliss that is PAX West. And so, yeah, this is where there would normally be another cool little awkward jump cut. This next thing is just going to be a quick little plug for a channel that is much bigger than mine, but I love it, and I've only recently gotten into it, and I've learned a whole lot from it recently. ContraPoints' channel, rather. She did a whole video on incels today, involuntary celibates, and I was expecting, and I was settling in to enjoy a real nice roasting of them, and instead I got this really educational breakdown and deconstruction of their ideology and how they got to the point that they are as individuals. It was really earnest and humanizing without really excusing a lot of their heinous bullshit or normalizing any of it. And there's value in that because in humanizing them, she points out ways in which she almost slipped over the precipice and how others might. And she acknowledges that she partook in some of the behaviors that are inherent to their ideology. Like in breaking down what their ideology is and how they got there, she saw some of those things in herself and what she does. And that's really important. It's really important to recognize problematic or harmful behaviors so that you don't go further and further over that edge to the point where it's harder and harder to pull back. It's such a good watch, y'all. It's such a good watch. Please watch ContraPoints. Like, her stuff in general is great. And also, don't be part of the firing squad of bad dicks. I will link it. Her platform is way bigger than mine, so she doesn't necessarily need me to come along and sit here and preach to the choir for y'all to go check her out. But if I can make even a few extra people aware of her videos, I will be thrilled. And last, I wonder if lumping all these things together makes it sound like I'm equally psyched about all of them. I hope not, because this one's a bigger deal to me than anything else. I found out recently that my mom is quitting smoking, and I'm so proud of her. I'm so proud. She's on day 2 right now, and the withdrawal is hellish, but y'all, I'm so damn proud. I can't even begin to imagine how bad it is, because I've never touched a cigarette a day in my life. I cannot state enough how proud I am of her, though, and happy and relieved, because I used to hear her cough, and this was not a normal short coughing fit. It wasn't even, I wouldn't even call it hacking. It sounded like she was possessed and trying to exorcise a demon through her lungs. And that used to scare the hell out of me. So in hearing her finally go through with quitting, that is such a profound relief to me. Like, I lost my dad to cancer last year, and I don't want to lose my mom the same way, and especially not anytime in the near future. So I'm glad she's taken steps to be healthier and be better and address some of the other things that she has going on in her life at the same time. Like, please don't ever start smoking, y'all. Don't worry your friends and loved ones and destroy your body for something that only takes from you. Something that only takes life from you. This is, for a second, this is going to sound weird, and I'm going to preface this by saying I'm not advocating heroin use here, but I can understand why people destroy their lives and bodies on heroin. I can wrap my mind around that. I can wrap my mind around chasing a high. And don't get me wrong, I don't want y'all fucking with that either. I advocate for the safe and responsible experimentation with mind-altering substances. Keywords being safe and responsible, and you cannot safely and responsibly use heroin. But I understand, like, I get that. I understand why somebody would use heroin in the first place. I understand chasing a high. I understand wanting to get high. What I do not understand is what you get out of cigarettes. What you would hope to get out of it. Because addiction is addiction. Once you're hooked on something, you aren't just doing it to chase a high, you're doing it because you physically and mentally need it. But why the first time? That's what escapes me. I know why you would use pretty much any other drug for the first time. I know what would put you on that downhill slide. I can't wrap my head around what somebody wants to get out of cigarettes. So just don't with that shit. And yeah, this is a meandering point, but please no. Also, I'm super proud of my mom. Bye.